another video. This one is going to be arrow pickup chance by a variable. We'll shoot out some arrows here and pick them up. This one didn't. We can try it again. Shoot out a few. No, yes, and no. Well, we're picking up more than we probably should in this one. Again, I was just setting this up. Kill the enemy. I was having an issue with them sticking, but I think I fixed that. Okay, we can't pick that one up. We can pick up that one. And let's see, now it worked better. Oh, this one should be able to be picked up. Oh, no. Okay. So it was just that one. But if this is something that you would also like in your game, keep watching and I will show you how to do that also. So, continuing off from where we were on our last one, I am going to close these tabs here and we will come back here. So where we are going to start is going to be in the arrow component. So we'll come to the flexible combat system, blueprints, and components. We will open up our arrow component. And the first thing we need to do is come over here to firing arrow and attach to component hit. We will open that up and we are going to expand this out because we are going to add some code in here. I wouldn't say it's complex, but it does get spread out and can get messy if we if we don't stay organized. So the first thing that we want to do after we've done that is we need to make a variable. You can call it whatever you want. I use arrow pick up data. And we are going to set it to S item setup data. And we need to make this instance editable right here. And then we will compile, and then we will go back to blueprints, items, and we need to go to pickup item, nope, not pickup items, I'm sorry, arrows, and you want to open up your arrow parent blueprint. And then we're going to scroll down here until we find the new variable that we oh wait, no, hold on, we got to click on the arrow component. And then we're going to scroll down until we find the variable that we just made, the arrow pickup data, or whatever you called yours. Open this up and set it to arrow normal. You could, if you wanted to, go into all of your arrows and set that variable wherever it ran off to in here, right here, and set it per arrow type. So if you wanted an explosive arrow to spawn back as an explosive arrow, you would just set this row name here to arrow explosive, and when you shot this one and when it spawned to be picked up, it would then be explosive arrow instead of arrow explosive instead of arrow normal. So after we've done that, we are going to save and then go back into our arrow component. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to break this link, and we are also going to take this and we are going to move it up out of the way. And we are going to add a branch, and B and click will automatically pull up branch. If you did not know that, we'll hook this up here, and then we are going to get our damage type. Get damage type, and if it is not equal to enum, make sure you select enum or you won't have the right thing here. We want to make sure that it's just the default one, physical. Plug that in there. If it is not that, we're going to throw out a branch here. And we're going to kind of do the same thing that we did in the pickup item on enemy death here, and we will do this a pick up chance, and we are going to set that as a float as well. And we're going to drag this out and get it, and then random float in range. And there may be a different way to do this, but this is the way that I have chose to do it. Greater than or equal to this, and we're going to compile, and then we'll set this to, let's start with 0.4. So off of this, if this is true here, oops, we need to set that there to 1. If this is true, we are going to spawn actor from class. And the actor we are going to spawn is our BP pickup item. And our data variable here is going to be that variable that we made, the pickup data. And we just plug that right in there. And then we need to get arrow actor, and then get actor transform. Plug that into here. And this is getting the arrow that is fired's transform on hit. Remember, we're in the attach to hit component, so when it hits whatever actor it hits, it is going to attach itself to that character, and it will do its thing. So from there, I'm getting a little spaced out here. I need to scrunch this up a little bit. From there, we are going to promote this to a variable and arrow pickup. Then we are going to pull out of arrow pickup, and we are going to get item static, and then we are going to set static mesh. So the static mesh is this arrow actor right here. Okay, but we can't just plug in the arrow actor straight into here, because it won't work. So then we've got to get arrow from it. Arrow, and it's going to be down here at the bottom. So get arrow, which is your projectile. Okay, and then we're going to get static mesh. Get static mesh. This static mesh is what is going to get plugged into there. Okay. Then we need to do is, I still don't have enough room. Move this out. We're going to copy this, drop it down. We're going to pass this in here, okay? And then from the arrow pickup, that variable we created, going to drag it over here, and it's going to attach that to the root component. That is important. If you don't have this here, the arrow pickup will not attach to the hit component. It won't do it. When the enemy falls, it will just hang in the air, and that doesn't look good at all. From there, we need to get the arrow actor, and we need to hit set actor hidden in game. We want to check this to true. So we want the arrow actor to become hidden in game. And then from there, we are going to plug this right into here. And this is mostly done, except for from this true branch here, it needs to come over to the set actor hidden in game and plug it in right there. So, as long as I got my variable correct this time, it should do its job. Oops, I did not set a bow on the character, so we'll go here and we're going to change this to a bow. And then we'll add one more so we could have some arrows. And we'll just put normal arrows, and let's just go with 25. And now, if we draw our bow and we shoot it out, and we'll shoot out, I don't know, 8. And this one is able to be picked up. This one is not. No. So out of the, what is that, 7 arrows that we shot, we were able to pick up 2. And they fade out over time, which is fine with me. I'm actually not sure where that's logic is at. We could find that if we needed to. We'll test on the enemies now and make sure that it sticks, because there is a issue with the pickups that they block arrows. And what I'm meaning by that is if I shoot this guy here and then I turn around and shoot him in the leg, it just deflects that arrow right out of there. So let's go and fix that really quick. So we'll open up this, blueprints, items, and then we have the pickup item. Item static. We'll come down here to collision, and what you can do is turn off the collision for damage trace hit and projectile. And the capsule should already be that way, and then item skeletal, we want to do the same thing, and that should fix that problem there. Just to verify, I can shoot arrow after arrow into the same spot. Now remember, this variable is a variable, and it is going to give you a varied difference in pickup. Nope, this one did not stick, so we've got something going on there. There's that one, and this one I thought I seen. Yep, that one. So for some reason, that one arrow did not attach to its component. So if that was false, shouldn't have to do anything. Okay, that's the problem right there. So if this is false, we need to connect it into attach component right there. Because if we don't do that, that's my fault. We skipped that step. I moved it up and it was out of sight and I forgot. If we don't do that, then the non-spawned arrows will just hang in the air. So now every arrow should stick like glue to the character or the enemy or whatever you are shooting at. And we should be able to not pick up every arrow. So our variable is hitting more times than one. Let's try a less than or equal to. Drop chance might be the way to go. I thought I had it. Oops, execution shot. This can throw some funny things, but it does not look like we are going to have any funny things, so it means I got it all right the first time. I have had issues in the past where that caused significant issues. Okay, so we're still picking up all of the arrows. I don't want to end this video if that variable is not working correctly. If I could pick that up. Okay, so there it didn't. Like I said, this is a variable, so if that random integer in range, if it rolls, if this rolls under 0.4, which is where our variable is at, we can change that to 0.3. But if this rolls under 0.4 equals true, it's going to spawn this. So you can play with this the way that I am doing it in my game, and I may, once I get it all finished, is I have a function that sets the variable, and I started out at 0, and as you level up that skill through a skill tree, you up the chance to retrieve your arrows by 0.1, and then I cap it at 0.5. That way it's not to spam arrows all over the place, and makes it more varied so that you're not recovering all of your arrows. It's not how most games do it. So I tried not to spam the world with a bunch of arrow pickups. Again, if you enjoyed this, you found it useful, I appreciate you watching and sticking through. This one was probably a little long, and I apologize on that. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing to my channel, I would appreciate it. And if you would like to, there is no pressure, but there is a Ko-Fi link in the description if you would like to donate to making more of these videos that you would be able to use in your system. It would be much appreciated. Thank you.